So we are starting with union and its territories. Now in the introduction, we see like article 1 to 4. So we have article 1 to 4 in the part 1 of the constitution. So the part 1 of the constitution, it deals with the union and its territories. Now article 1 is going to describe India as the Bharat, India, that is Bharat, it is a union of the states rather than a federation of the states. So we say that India, that is Bharat. India is a union of states rather than a federation of the states. So India is a union, it is a union rather than a federation. Now, union of the states has been preferred to the Federation of the States for two reasons. Now, the Indian Federation is not a result of, we do not have any agreement like the American Federation. American Federation has an agreement, right? So, the American Federation has agreement. American Federation, it is based on an agreement, but Indian Federation does not have an agreement. India is a union of states because it is not having any agreement like the American Federation, and the states are having no right to separate, is what secede from the federation. The states are having no right to cancel the agreement, right? That is why we say it as a union of the states, because first is there is no agreement, there is no agreement. Secondly, if you talk about no right, you are not having any right to separate, is what we call secede. The states are having no right to secede. Federation is a union because it is indestructible union. Union we cannot destroy, right? Union is indestructible. Whereas if you take states, the states are only for the convenience of administration. The states are destructible. The states are only for the convenience of administration. The states are only for the convenience of the administration. Therefore, the states are destructible. The country is an integral whole and it is divided into different states. Only for the states is only for the convenience of administration. What is the administrative system of the union? Right. Union territories. First, in the Union territories, we have Andaman and Nicobar Islands, right? This Andaman and Nicobar Islands is having the governor, and also Delhi is having the governor. That's all, right? Delhi, Puducherry, Andaman, and Nicobar are having the governors. So, who are having the lieutenant governors? Lieutenant governors are Delhi, and Delhi is also having a council of ministers. So, Puducherry is also having council of ministers. Then, nearby Puducherry, Andaman and Nicobar. So, Andaman and Nicobar, right? They are having the lieutenant governors. Three of them has lieutenant governors. Then the remaining has administrator, right? Now lieutenant governor versus we have administrator. Lieutenant Governor versus the Administrator. Andaman and Nicobar Islands belong to the Calcutta High Court. They are under the judiciary under the Calcutta High Court. And Chandigarh is having an administrator. They are under the Punjab and Haryana High Court. Dadra and Nagar Haveli, right? In Dadra and Nagar Haveli, it is where administrator and it is nearer to the Bombay. These two union territories are now combined. Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli are combined together. So both are under the Bombay High Court. Delhi is having its separate High Court and a legislative assembly where we have Chief Minister and Council of Ministers. The Chief Minister is appointed by the President in Delhi. Lakshadweep is having an administrator and it is Kerala High Court is where the Lakshadweep judiciary control is with the under the Kerala High Court, and Puducherry is under the Madras High Court, and it has again Chief Minister, Council of Ministers, Legislative Assembly. Now we are discussing relating to the articles. Article 1, we are discussing article 1, right? Article 1 is union of states. Indian territory, this is the territory. Territory is going to classified into the states. union territories and acquired by the government of India at any time. So the territory alone is going to consist of union of states. This term consists of only the states only. Now territory is going to consist of, first is going to be the states, and then we also have the union territory and acquired territory. Acquired territory. This is what the territory consists of: states, union territory, and the acquired territory. Right. So the territory of the India is classified into states, the territory of the states, union territories, and then the territories that may be acquired by the government at any time. Now, territory of India is a wider expansion which includes not only the states but it also includes the union territories and territories that may be acquired by the government of India at any future time. As states are the members of the federal system, they share distribution of the powers with the center. So, who are the members of the federal system? Is the union, and then we have the states. They are members of the federal systems. Even when you are going more, you can even have Panchayat Raj is a three-tier federal system. Panchayat or the municipalities at the district level, right? Now they share distribution of the power with the center. So there is this with the center, they go for distribution of the power, right? Article 246 and Schedule 7. They go for the distribution of the power, they share the power. The union territories are under the direct administration of the central government. Right, acquired territories directly administered by the central government. Even the acquired territories are administered by the central government. Being a sovereign state, India can acquire a foreign territory by secession, occupation, conquest, subjugation. India, how can it acquire a foreign territory? By all means, through secession. You are going occupation. You just occupy there, occupation, and then you are going for a conquest, right? Conquest and bringing it under your control is subjugation. Now, Article 1 is over, where it discusses the territory of India. The territory is going to consist of the states, the union territories, and then we have the acquired territories, right? Now, for the acquired territories, the acquire India can acquire through secession, occupation. You just occupy your conquest, and then we have subjugation as well. Now, Article 2. Article 2 relates to the admission or establishment of a new state that are not a part of the Union of India. You are getting a new state, right? This new state is not a part of, it is not a part. The new state, it is not a part of the Union of India, is what Article 2 is related to. Admission, you are admitting or establishment of new state. Now when Sikkim was integrated with India, it was integrated under Article 2. Article 2 is for new states, admission or establishment of new states which are not part of, they are not a part of the Union of India, right? It empowers the parliament to admit into Union of India or establish new states on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. The powers and power to admit into the Union of India new states which are already in the existence. Right? What is the power? It is having the power to admit new states which are already in existence. The power to establish new states which are not existence before. Right now, Article 2 is related to admission of the states which are not a part of the Indian Union. The state may already exist. Now you can admit any part of, say, let's say you are admitting Sindh. Sindh is already existing. Sorry, Sindh is already existing. There is already existing state is what we have Sindh, right? You are admitting it or you are occupying a new territory and making it a state which is non-existent before. Right. Now, Article 2 deals with the admission or you're establishing new states that are not, it is not a part of the Union of India. It empowers the Parliament to admit into the Union of India or establish new states on such terms and conditions it thinks fits. The power to admit into the Union of India new states which are already in existence. Now, what is Article 3? It relates to the formation or changes in the existing states of the Union, deals with the internal readjustment of the territories. Right. Now, Article 3 is internal readjustment. You are adjusting. So, internal readjustment of the territories. Internally, you are going to readjust. So, this is called as internal readjustment of the territories. Article 3 is related to the internal readjustment of the territories of the constituent states of Union of India. The Parliament is having the power to recognize the states. Article 3 authorizes the Parliament to form a new state by separating a territory from any state or by uniting two or more states or parts of states by uniting any territory or part of the state. Now increase the area, decrease the area, alter the boundaries, and then we have alter the name. The bill contemplating the above changes is introduced in the Parliament only before the prior recommendation of the President. The bill which is containing, so here is a bill, the bill which is containing related to the changes. Above changes is introduced in the parliament only before prior the recommendation of the president. Right. Before recommending, the president must refer the bill. Once he referred the bill to state legislature, refer the bill to state legislature. Once the president has referred the bill to the state legislature, he can give recommendation. Only then the bill can be passed in the parliament. So first the president needs to refer the bill to the state legislature. Once he referred, then he can recommend the bill to the parliament and the parliament may pass the bill. Right. But the opinion of we be having that the president is not bound by the opinion of the state legislature. He is not bound by the opinion, and the bill when the president is referring the same bill to the state legislature, it is within a time period. It is having the time period, and the opinion is not affecting the president. Right. The president is not bound by the views of the state legislature and he may accept the opinion or reject them even if the views are received in that time. The territorial integrity or continued existence of a state is not guaranteed by the constitution. Therefore we say this is an indestructible union of destructible states because the territorial integrity, we have the territorial integrity, right? The territorial integrity, and then we have the continued existence of the states is not guaranteed by the union, while US is indestructible union or destructible states. Now what is article 4? Laws made for the admission or establishment of the new states under article 2. Right. Article 2, you are admitting new states. So, Article 2 is like admission of the new states, right? Whenever there is a law made for the admission of the new states or formation of a new states, altering the area boundaries or the names of the existing states, you need to know the difference between the formation, there is formation of the states versus admission or establishment of new states. When there is admission or establishment of the new states, admission or establishment of the new states, it's go for under article 2. When there is formation of the new state, it goes under article 3. Right. When there is formation of the new states, it is under article 3, and alteration of the boundaries, areas, boundaries, names of the existing states under article 3 are not to be considered as amendments under the article 368, and they are passed with a simple majority. The secession of an territory, the secession also does not cover the secession. If you are giving a part of territory, ceding a part of territory, right? When you are giving a part of territory, it is not under Article 3, right? It can be done only by a constitutional amendment under Article 368. So now for the secession of a Indian territory, when you are giving a part of the territory, it does not covered under Article 3. So when you are giving a part of the territory, it is not covered under Article 3. It is done only by the constitutional amendment under Article 368. A settlement of the boundary disputes between India and other country can be done with the executive action, and settlement of boundary disputes are with the executive actions. When there is a boundary dispute, the boundary dispute can be done with the executive action. The boundary disputes are solved with the executive action, whereas there is no need for a constitutional amendment for settlement of boundary dispute. Like this, we have the 100th Constitutional Amendment Act acquiring certain territories by India and transferring it to other territories of Bangladesh. Right? 100th Constitutional Amendment Act. Then we have the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1956. It is because of the States Reorganization Commission 1953 led to the creation of the zonal councils. We have five zonal councils. 7th Constitutional Amendment Act has created zonal councils to advise matters on common interest. Statutory in the origin. They are statutory in the origin because it has a law. 7th Constitutional States Reorganization Act of 1956 by the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act. The chairman is the Home Minister. Chief ministers are included in each zone as vice chairman for a period of 1 year by rotation, each are holding a period of 1 year. Settlement, it is for the settlement of boundary disputes between India and another country, does not require a constitutional amendment act. Settlement of a boundary disputes, right? It can be done by a executive order, and it does not involve which does not involve the secession of the Indian territory to a foreign territory. 7th Constitutional Amendment, the 4-4 division of the state was abolished. Of the 552 princely states joined India, while the remaining three, Hyderabad is by means of police action is Operation Polo. So we have Hyderabad is by the police action, and it is called as Operation Polo. Junagadh is by the Hyderabad is by the police action, and it is called as Operation Polo, right? Junagadh is by referendum they voted for, and Kashmir is by the instrument of accession. So Hyderabad is by the Hyderabad. Hyderabad is by the police action. So we have Hyderabad by the police action is what we call it as a Operation Polo, and then Junagadh is by the referendum, and Kashmir is by the instrument of accession. Now we are having the JAR Commission and the JVP Commission. In 1948, we have the DAR Commission and JVP Commission Committee. In 1948, the integration of the princely states with the rest of the India has purely an ad hoc arrangement. S.K. Dar Commission recommended the reorganization on the basis of administrative convenience rather than the linguistic factor. JVP committee also formally rejected the language on as a basis of reorganization. Andhra State Act of 1953. Now we have the Andhra State, right? Andhra State Act of 1953. It formed the first linguistic state known as the state of Andhra by taking out Telugu speaking people from the state of Madras. Kurnool was the capital of the Andhra, and the state high court was established at Guntur. Fazal Ali Commission is the States Reorganization Commission. The States Reorganization Commission 1953. It gave its report, and the States Reorganization Act was formed in 1956. Accepted language is the basis of reorganization, but it rejected one language, one state. It accepted the language as the basis of reorganization, but it has rejected one language, one state. Fasal Ali is the chairman, and then we have M. Panikar and H. N. Kunzro. Fasal Ali is the chairman. So we are going for the Fasal Ali. He is the chairman, and then we have M. Panikar and H. N. Kunzro. Kunzro. Now, there are four major factors: the preservation and strengthening of the unity and security of the country, linguistic and cultural homogeneity, preservation of the unity and the security. Unity and security is first. Now, they are speaking about language, right? They are going for the cultural and linguistic homogeneity, is more or less the same, right? Financial, economic, and administrative considerations, planning and promotion for the welfare of the people in the state as well as the nation. So these are the major factors. The first is related to the unity and security, right? So unity and security is taken into consideration. The second one is related to linguistic. They asked for linguistic, and then we have the cultural homogeneity. They are adding into the point cultural homogeneity. The third one they are going for is financial, economic, and administrative consideration. Financial, economic, administrative considerations. The fourth one is planning, and then we have the promotion. Planning and promotion. The planning is for the welfare of the people. The planning is for the welfare of people. Abolition of the fourfold classification of the states under the constitution. By States Reorganization Act and the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, the distinction between Part A, Part B states was done away with, and Part C states were abolished. Now, new states are created after 1956. Is Maharashtra and Gujarat were created in 1960. The bilingual state of Bombay was divided into two separate states. Maharashtra Marathi speaking people and Gujarati speaking people were Gujarat. So the bilingual state of the Bombay state was divided into two separate states. Right. It is Maharashtra and Gujarat in 1960. Dadra and Nagar Haveli in 1954. It was ruled by the Portuguese until its liberation in 1954, but however it was converted into the union territory by the 10th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1961. We have the Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman, and then we'll be having the Diu Goa, everything together. So Dadra and Nagar Haveli was given by Portuguese in 1954 itself, but the 10th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1961, it was integrated as a union territory. So 1954 it got liberation, and 1961 it got integrated into India as a union territory. Now we have Goa, Daman, and Diu. Now India has acquired these three are from the Portuguese. Now, Dadra and Nagar Haveli was also from the Portuguese. Goa, Daman, and Diu are also from the Portuguese. They are acquired these three territories from the Portuguese by means of police action in 1961, and they were becoming union territories in the next year itself, 12th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1961. Now here it became a union territory in 1961, but it is being acquired from these territories. India acquired these territories from the Portuguese in 1961, the same police action, and liberation of Dadra and Nagar Haveli is happening in 1954, but they are getting liberated by police action in 1961, and they are integrated the next year itself by the 12th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1962. Goa was given a statehood in 1987. Right, Daman and Diu were made a separate union territory. Now, Puducherry is a former union territory of French establishments. Sorry, it is not a formal union territory. It is former French establishments in India known as Puducherry, Karaikal, Mahi, and then we have the Yanam. Puducherry, Karaikal is in Tamil Nadu. Uh, Mahi is in Andhra Pradesh, and Yanam is in Kerala. Right. So it was administered as an acquired territory until 1962, when it was made a union territory by the 14th Constitutional Amendment Act. So 1962 till 1962 it was a union territory till 1962, and it was being an sorry till 1962 it was being an acquired territory. Later it was being made a union territory. Now first is 1961, we have the Dadra and Nagar Haveli. In 1962, we have Goa, Daman, Diu. Goa has become a statehood in 1967. Again, we are coming to the Puducherry, right? Puducherry is in 1962, it was being made a union territory. And in Nagaland in 1963, the statehood of Nagaland by taking Naga Hills and Tuensang area out of the Assam. Then the first is in the Seven Sisters, we'll be having the Nagaland. Nagaland in 1963. So the Nagaland in 1963, the state of the Nagaland was formed by taking the Naga Hills, and then we have the Twinsang area. So we have two areas. The first one is the Naga Hills, and the second one is going to be the Twinsang area. Out of the Twinsang area was taken out of the state of Assam, out of the Assam in 1963. So when we are going for the order, we'll be having Bombay was divided into Maharashtra, and then we'll be having the Maharashtra and Gujarat. Maharashtra and Gujarat in 1960. Then directly we are going for the union territories. The first is Dadra and Nagar Haveli in 1961. In 1962, we have Goa, Daman, and Diu. In 1962, we also have Puducherry, and in 1963, we will be having the Nagaland. Haryana and Chandigarh is from the Punjab in 1966. Haryana, and then we'll be having the Chandigarh. So Haryana, and then we have the Chandigarh from the Punjab in 1966. On the recommendation of the Shah Commission. So for Punjab, we'll be having the Shah Commission. Haryana and Punjab in 1966. From 1963, Nagaland, Naga Hills, and then we have the Twinsang area from the Assam, right? Now, after the Nagaland, 3 years later in 1966, on the recommendation of the Shah Commission, there is a recommendation of the Shah Commission, right? On the recommendation of the Shah Commission, we go for the recommendations of the Shah Commission. Punjab was bifurcated to create Haryana and the Union Territory of Chandigarh. Himachal Pradesh from the Union Territory to the status of state. In 1971, Himachal Pradesh has got the statehood. So in 1971, Himachal Pradesh. In 1966, we will be having the Punjab, Haryana. So it's not actually Punjab, it's Haryana, and we have the Chandigarh. Haryana, and then we have the Chandigarh. And in 1963, we have the Nagaland, and in 1962, Puducherry, and in same 1962, we have Goa, Daman, Diu. 1961, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. 1960, Maharashtra and Gujarat. Shah Commission has given recommendations for the Punjab, Haryana. Haryana is a state, whereas Chandigarh is a union territory. Then Himachal Pradesh has been given the statehood in 1971. Now we have Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya. So Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya. As two union territories of Manipur, and then the substate of Meghalaya got statehood, and the two union territories of Mizoram and then Arunachal Pradesh came into being. In 1962, Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, the two union territories, and they got statehood, right? Manipur has got statehood, Tripura was a union territory. MTM, Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya. Money, you have to have money to see Tripura and the clouds, right? Tripura and then the clouds. Money, Tripura, clouds is for. Now ATM is different. Here we have the Meghalaya, right? In ATM, the sixth scheduled states, right? Now the sixth scheduled states are being different, and comparing to the statehood, in the sixth scheduled states, we'll be having ATM square, Mizoram. But here, Mizoram is being a union territory and Arunachal Pradesh are given the union territory. Right, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh were given union territory. We have Manipur and Tripura. Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya. And here we have Mizoram. It is not Manipur in ATM square. Whereas we have here Manipur, Tripura, and Meghalaya were given statehood. Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh were given union territory. Sikkim in 19. So this is in 1972. In 1971, Himachal Pradesh. Haryana, Chandigarh is in 1966. 1971, Himachal Pradesh. 1972, the next year itself. Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh. Right. So first, then we are going for the Sikkim. Right. Sikkim in 1975. Sikkim in 1975. Now we have Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and then we have Goa given the statehood in 1987. Now Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand in 2000, Telangana in 2014, and Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act in 2019. So it all started in 1960. Let us make this for new states creation, new states and union territories creation very strong. Now, first is the formation of the new states and then the union territories was created after 1956, right? Maharashtra and Gujarat in 1960. Maharashtra and Gujarat in 1960. First is the Maharashtra and then we have the Gujarat. And suddenly we are going for the union territories, right? Near to union territories, near to Maharashtra only, we have the Dadra and Nagar Haveli. And Dadra and Nagar Haveli, after that we are going for the Goa, Daman, Diu, 1961, 1962, because this is 1960. Then after that Goa, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, we are going for the Puducherry, Pondicherry, in 1962, the same 1962. In 1963, after Puducherry, we have the Nagaland. We are going for the Seven Sisters Nagaland. And after Nagaland, we are going for 1966 is Chandigarh, and then we have the Union Territory of Chandigarh, and we have Haryana. So in 1963, we have Nagaland. Nagaland has been given the statehood from the Assam. In 1960, we are having Maharashtra and Gujarat. The same 61, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. 62, we have Goa, Daman and Diu. 62, again we have Puducherry. 63, Nagaland. And 66 is when we have Haryana. Now we are settling with Haryana, right? Now from Haryana, we have to move to Himachal Pradesh, which is near to it, right? So from Haryana, we have to go for Himachal Pradesh in 1971. Now from 60s, we are jumping to 71, right? 1971, Himachal Pradesh. Then 1972 continues. 1972 and then 1975, right? 1975, 2000 and 1987, 2000, 2014, 2019. These are the years we need to remember. Now from first 1960, which is going to be Maharashtra, Gujarat. Now 61, as soon as near to this we have Dadra and Nagar Haveli. 62, Goa, Daman, Diu. 62, we have Puducherry. Same hierarchy continues. 63, we will be having the Nagaland. And then we have 66, is when we have Haryana. Haryana, and then we have the Chandigarh. Now near to Haryana and then Chandigarh, we have 71, which is Himachal Pradesh, has been given statehood from the Union Territory, and 72, as it is 72, right? Once Himachal Pradesh is over, next where we are supposed to go? We are supposed to go to again the Union Territories, which are given statehood. Now, Himachal Pradesh is a union territory which has been given statehood. Similarly, we have to see the remaining union territories which has been provided statehood. The statehood has been provided to the Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya. So Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, and union territories is Mizoram, and we have Assam. Sorry, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. So we are going from 1966 from Haryana, Chandigarh, right? From Haryana, Chandigarh, the neighboring is Himachal Pradesh. From Himachal Pradesh, when we are going for the union territories which are given statehood in 1972 itself, the next year itself, it is going to be Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, and which has been become union territories are Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram. From 1972, then we are having 1975 is Sikkim in 1975, and 1987 when Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Goa are giving the statehood. In 2000, we have new states carving out from previous states is Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, and Telangana in 2014, Jammu and Kashmir in 2019, Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh. Then again, we have Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu joining in 2020. Now, Sikkim. Till the 1947, Sikkim is a princely state which is ruled by the Chogyal. So, Sikkim was a princely state which is ruled by the Chogyal till 1947. So, we have this is in till 1947. Sikkim was a princely state. We need to tell that Sikkim is a princely state which is ruled by Chogyal. In 1947, what happened is after the lapse of the British paramountcy, Sikkim became a protectorate state of India. Protectorate state India means the Indian government is responsible for its defense, external affairs, and communications. Right. So three things: defense, external affairs, and then we have communication. CD or CDE. Communication, Defense, and External Affairs of the Sikkim, which is a protector state. Now, Chogyal, by the 35th Constitutional Amendment of 1947, Sikkim was conferred the status of associate state, and this has introduced Article 2A, which deals about an associate state. But again, in 36th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1975, this 2A was abolished and it was integrated as a full-fledged state. Right. So 35th Constitutional Amendment Act and 36th Constitutional Amendment Act. Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Goa were given statehood in 1987. Three new states were formed, right? Three new states of the Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram Peace Accord 1985, Arunachal Pradesh, and Goa came into being. Next, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, and then we have the Jharkhand. In 2000, we have three new states, which is Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, and then we have Jharkhand. Now, from Madhya Pradesh, we have Chhattisgarh is being created. From Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand. From Bihar, Jharkhand. So from Madhya Pradesh, this is the order of creation. So we have to remember Chhattisgarh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, and then we have the Jharkhand. So Chhattisgarh was created from Madhya Pradesh and Uttarakhand from the Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand from Bihar. In Telangana in 2014, it became a state. Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, Union Territories of the Jammu and Kashmir comprises all the districts of erstwhile state of the Jammu and Kashmir except Kargil and Leh districts. And the Kargil, and then we have two districts alone are the Union Territories of Ladakh is Kargil, and then we have the Leh district. Again, the Daman and Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu are joined together again in the reorganization to become a single union territory.